Reloading with one hand, switching to Skype with the other one. Definitely taking that call from my boy Brian Beavers. What's up, Brian?
What's up, Garrett? How you doing?
How you doing, man? I'm glad you
great.
fuck
Thanks
with
for asking.
PPS.
Oh yeah, I had to follow through one time, show you some love.
I've found a nice way to grip this controller. I'm using the machine gun peripheral here for the PlayStation, and I think I found a nice. I tuck the bit under my arm, and I can rise up and just shake it like that for a reload. It seems to work well.
Oh, you got the armpit action going.
Dude, I'm going with I'm put a little stank on the end of this butt stock here, but you know it's for a good cause. How are you? You're living that college life, right?
No.
No, you're done?
No, I don't know.
You're going to college, you just ain't living that bullshit. You don't put up with that bullshit.
Yeah, said fuck it.
I gotta admit, I get a kick, and I know Eric does as well out of your Twitter account. We're big fans of you.
Yeah, I noticed that. You gave me the occasional follow at 4 a.m. on the East Coast.
Little shout out, little favorite every now and then. You post some funny shit.
I appreciate it. I'm just trying to be like you, you know?
Dude, you know what? I'm flattered. Look at this is my favorite of Resident Evil 2 zombies. The short shorts. Look at that knife. Damn, I chopped that bitch up like butter. Oh, it fucking got me. Oh, here we go. Spray. We're back in action, Brian. You can't keep me down.
You can't keep.
I'm taking a serious stance now. We're putting the foregrip right up under the arm right here.
Don't hurt yourself.
Well, I don't want any of these zombie heads coming and taking a chomp out of Claire's pristine-looking thighs. She's wearing a pair of short shorts too.
This is an oddly sexual game.
Yeah, well, you know, you human beings are sexual creatures. You can't blame us. It's part of, and you know, it's part of our DNA. You know, we're an animal made to reproduce. Yeah, keep the species going, you know what I'm saying?
You got a good point.
I try. Look at that. My score spells sax. What's that mean? Sax. S-A-C-S. I keep getting A's. I don't know how. I'm barely surviving. Fuck these leaderboards.
Have you seen you? You're pretty good at it.
Dude, I don't know, man. You're flattering me, but I'm playing on easy.
Hey, we all gotta go easy. You gotta work your way up.
Yeah. I go in easy, but then I let her loose and I go full blast. Well, how can I help you tonight, Brian?
Well, you know,
it's nice just to hear your voice, but did you have a specific topic you wanted to cover?
Yeah. I guess I wanted your little input on something.
Yeah, dude, I'm good at input.
I appreciate that.
I'm good at putting it in too, but that's a different subject.
That's for the next show.
Yeah, for the next show.
So basically, I guess it ties in with the whole college thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, who has a pretty good grip on life? Like, who's living that lifestyle? Thought fucking Garrett Hunter, obviously. This is the guy I need to go to.
You think I'm living that lifestyle?
Oh no! Anything I hear about you is just good. Like, I envy the way you live so much.
Dude, I'm sitting in a room by myself at 8:30. I gotta work at 6 tomorrow. I'm playing video games with a plastic gun in my hand. I got Howard Stern noises on deck.
Steaming worse than a bucket full of clams.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm glad you enjoy it, because if I'm making anyone out there smile, you know, that's all I can ask for.
That's why I appreciate you, man. You see, you got 200 some people watching you just have a gun in your armpit.
Dude,
you're doing something right.
I feel like I'm right in Raccoon City. I feel like I'm walking through the administration offices of the Raccoon Police Department. This is crazy. It's so realistic. Licker's about to crawl across that window. No, he didn't do it.
It's gonna get you next time.
Well, I thank you. You know. Oh, there he goes. But what was the point of all the praise? I mean, it's hard for me to take a compliment, I'll admit, but I will say thank you. I appreciate the fact you said such nice things. But what does it all mean, Brian?
Well, I mean, at least with me, I know there's a lot of positive aspects to myself that I might not be willing to recognize or even be able to see it all. So that was just,
Keep going. You're on a fucking roll, brother.
that's just a side thing just for you, just because I appreciate you and I love the stream. You know, I don't get to watch it too often because, you know, one day the slates are kind of heavy. But I'm like, let's see. Anyway, I figured you're the video game expert here, so it's wondering. I recently got a PS4
Hell yeah.
because, you know, I used to be a pretty big gamer, but then, you know, the whole college thing happened. I had
Dude, you got it. Priorities.
Always.
That's life.
You know, it is. But I got a little free time going now, so, you know, I copped the PS4.
Hell yeah.
And I guess it's been so long since I played games regularly.
Are you feeling like I'm bad at these?
It's not as it's like I'm definitely not as good as I used to be.
Yeah.
Like if I play some shit online, it's like there's like a new younger generation.
Oh, dude,
like doing cocaine or something.
Forget about. They're drinking Mountain Dew and eating fucking Doritos for Call of Duty points. It's crazy what the kids are capable of. I can't keep up with online. I mean, I'm still okay at the old games that I grew up playing. Just because it's muscle memory. You shake that controller rust off and it comes back to you. Right now I'm tearing ass through the Spencer Mansion on that Chris campaign like me and Cody were talking about. But, you know, you stick me in front of the new fucking Battlefield when that comes out. Well, you know, every 6th grader getting off school at 2:30 is going to be home to kick my ass. Anytime I play that, I got to wake up like super early or stay up super late. And then I can be a competitor, Brian. But I hear you, man. The online play, it's tough with the kids.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's like, you know, I figure that's just a part of getting older, you know.
Yeah.
Video games, at its core, it's a young man's game, you know.
It is, you know. They say, you know, my dad used to say, it's a toy for kids. Time to put away childish things. Actually, thankfully, my dad never said that. That would be some bullshit. But, you know, dads, I'm sure do say that. I'm sure a lot of viewers out there right now have listened to their parents bitch at them about, oh, you're still fucking with those video games. When are you going to grow up? Well, you know, it's getting better. It's permeated the pop culture so much that your mom knows that video games aren't for fucking kids anymore. Everyone plays video games. Your dad probably plays them in secret on his cell phone at work when he's in the bathroom taking a shit.
I could eat a peach for hours.
I don't know why I played that clip. Gross. But yeah, man.
So basically, I was just wondering because like you said, like I play Call of Duty here and there.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, late at night, I'm a fucking beast at it. I'm godly.
Right?
But it's like anytime when the sun's out, like fully out.
Oh, you're fucked.
I want to break the game sometimes.
It ain't happening. Because these kids will snipe you from across the map, and it'll drive you nuts. I used to play nothing but Nuketown back in the Black Ops days, and if I could get on, like, fucking Saturday morning at, like, 7, it was the best time ever, because all those kids are still sleeping. At least on the West Coast. Depending on what server you get on, too. Oh, that's Sherry. Don't shoot little Sherry Birkin. She's got a future ahead of her. She's gonna be in a shitty game called Resident Evil 6 in a couple years. With a cute love interest.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, basically I was just wondering, like,
You copped that PS4.
I copped the PS4. It came with Destiny.
Dude, nice.
And are you a Destiny fan?
Well, I enjoy Destiny. Now, I know that's a flawed game, and a lot of people like to bitch. But you know what? A lot of people like to just fucking bitch in general.
Sure.
They're just bitching. You know, if there wasn't something else to complain about, they complain about that. Now, Destiny, like I said, has its flaws. But yeah, I'm a Destiny fan. I do enjoy that game. It's fun. It's fun running around shoot. It's the first shooter that I played on a truly like next gen console that was like made for that next generation of gaming with all those new kind of taking the PC role-playing elements where you're going through and grinding and getting you know, multiple people in a team to do raids. I'd never done anything like that on a console. So Destiny for me breached a lot of new ground.
Yeah, I like this.
But
it wasn't my favorite, but I liked it.
Rocco's a fan too. But yeah, man. You're not enjoying it too much or what?
it's funny because I hear a lot of people they hate on Destiny because they're like, oh yeah, fucking you play the first 2 levels and then you do that 100 more times and that's the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, but they're kind of ignoring the fact that there are like RPG elements to it. You do have to level up.
True.
That's just how like RPGs are. And I think if anything, it's like more of a hybrid first-person shooter RPG, and like that keeps an RPG interesting to me. The fact that it's not just like menus and picking choices, like you're still like in there playing it.
And for me, Destiny merged the like single player kind of story with an online aspect so much better than any other games have done. I mean, the last 4 Halos, I've only played online and I never played any of the story. This got me to play both, and I gotta hand it to him for doing that. And that's not true. I did play some of the Halo games eventually with story mode. But eventually. I mean, Destiny right off the bat. And here's the other thing, Brian. Guys like me, we're getting a little older. We don't have all that time. So a kid might whip through Destiny and, I beat it in like 4 hours. Hey, that's perfect for me. If I could beat a game in 4 hours, call me fucking done, cross it off the list, and I can go to the other one that I haven't played in a year.
You know?
I get it if you're young and you're saving your allowance for a game and you don't get to play another game for like a month. You want to have a little more content in it than 6 hours or whatever. The replayability in Destiny isn't your thing. Hey, it's not your thing. Go play fucking Persona Q Perfect Golden Edition or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for little kids because like games are getting fucking expensive. Right?
They are, man. They're expensive. Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, the game industry is not for kids anymore by themselves. You know, there's adults play games, women play games, everyone plays games now. So it's changed, and definitely the prices reflect that. Like most kids, they're playing 3DS stuff. Like I'm talking kids. So their parents are buying them, you know, $30 titles, where they're buying themselves the $60, $65 titles on their home consoles. Look at that. Done. Happened a little bit different than I remember it happening in Resi 2, but we've done it again.
I feel like I'm the only one that recognizes that games were more expensive when I was a kid. Like, there's this mentality that they're too expensive now, but I paid $80 for Final Fantasy 6 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like I have like no perception of how expensive games used to be back in the
I
day.
definitely remember, like, I remember Nintendo games being like, I think 70?
It varied from title. There wasn't a consistent
set
thing until PlayStation, and they were all $49.99.
Most of the games I got used, or they were just old, so I don't remember paying a lot for like my Genesis, and I don't really remember buying NES games because that was back when my parents were still buying my games. So I don't really have like that struggle either. But $70 for a Final Fantasy NES or Super Nintendo? It's probably probably not even that much now.
Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo was at Walmart for $79.99.
Wow. $79.
I remember I really had to beg my grandma for that. Okay, we're having Easter at our house. You're gonna have to clean that thing from top to bottom. I was like, okay.
Clean the house for Easter with grandma. That's a good trade though.
I got a lot of my things that way because we had such a big family. How I got a lot of my stuff was I would just offer, hey, I'll do all.
Do a little bribe.
Hey, we're having another.
Odd jobs and stuff.
It's so and so's graduation. I will set up all the tables. I'll clean out this, that, whatever. Just give me this Megazord.
Yeah.
That was me as a kid.
Get that Megazord. Brian's on the phone. Brian Beavers. Our sweetie.
Oh, yo, how's it going?
You know what? I will say the build quality on this, it's a little flimsy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, wiggle it around. It's like, you know, it's hollow. It's creaky, shaky.
Yeah, that is weird.
You like tweak the butt in the other hand.
I don't want to touch it with pizza.
Oh, you got greasy
This
hands?
hand's fine.
Homeboy's got greasy fingers, y'all.
Gonna have a greasy butt there.
Oh, I can't hit the iPad with the light gun. It doesn't set it off. Touch only. Touch. Oh boy. Well, Brian was just saying he's getting back into gaming. He got himself a PS4.
Oh, nice.
He's playing Destiny. And we were on it. I know we keep interrupting each other. Well, I keep interrupting you. But
That's cool.
you said that you do enjoy Destiny.
Yeah, I enjoy it. mean, I play the campaign with like a lot of my friends.
That's
But even
what
solo,
it's so fun for. Is getting in there
Yeah, you gotta do
with
that.
with people you know.
Oh, yeah. But I enjoy it mainly because it's like, I mean, it gets harder. I
Yeah.
guess when you like go to like levels where like the level cap is even just a couple of levels above where you are now.
Oh yeah. If you want a challenge, play something that's just 2 levels above your level, man. Just 2 fucking levels makes a hell of a difference.
It'll take you hours.
Yeah. And then,
I was-
like, I'll join raids with people that are way higher than me. Shouts out to Atomic Anvil on PlayStation Network. And he'll carry me throughout the whole fucking mission because I'll just die on one hit 70 times and he just stands next to me and revives me every. It's like, what are we doing? Like, we shouldn't load into these super hard ones anymore. Damn, they're
crazy.
giving me all the ammo at this level. Oh, this is
Where
so
are you
much
now?
fun.
It's
Right.
Resident Evil 2 stuff?
Yeah, it's Resident Evil 2. But, well, I'm glad you're playing it. Anything else you got on that PS4?
I had a couple other games. I had whatever the latest Call of Duty was, and I
Yeah.
keep building that.
I still
Hey.
haven't even played. I haven't touched that controller at all, man. And I wanted to check out the exosuits and all that. I heard it was really floaty and fun.
It's like the first time I played it, I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? What fucking people flying? But like 10 minutes, you fucking love it.
Yeah, well, Destiny, you're all flying around and shit too. I mean, I would think it would feel similar as floaty as that is. I love how floaty Destiny is.
I mean, Destiny's like a good training stuff, but it's like Call of Duty, the online, it's like Destiny, just like sped up times 3.
Yeah. See, I can't play Call of Duty online anymore just because that's a fucking, face it, that's a 12-year-old's game. I mean, no one's beaten the 13-year-olds that are sitting at home with nothing but free time to prestige 8 goddamn times in a row. We've covered that ad nauseum. But yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you're playing some games again this year, and hopefully I was talking earlier to Garrett about he was happy that I took a lot of time out in 2014 to actually get back into the hobby that I love most, which is playing video games, and actually made the time to sit down and lose sleep at night and stay up late and get some fucking grinding done in old Eorzea.
And like that kind of ties into the
Mr.
overall
X.
question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, because you started with all the praise, and I didn't know how to take it. But now we've come full circle, Brian.
We're here.
What-
So basically,
What?
I just
what
wanted to ask. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask, like, do you think if you could just give a recommendation for like that one PS4 game that even that you've
one-
heard of, that you played, that like you would stay up just hours just playing because it's so fun. Or
Look at this
just, like,
dart gun I got.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
sharp.
I put all these. Look at all these. I'm making him like a Native American. He's got mohawk. Is that offensive? Look at
to
this.
Native Americans.
I'm sticking him full of lead. This is not doing a lot of damage though, really, is it? All right, shoddy. Shit. Oh, there he goes. That hurt. That hurt him in the face.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Another one. I'm still thinking while I blast Mr. X here. I'm thinking about what PS4 game I should recommend to you.
Mr. X is more important to be honest.
You did that. You copped that Destiny. You did.
Got it.
You've got the Call of Duty. You've got the first-person shooters under control.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I like story-based games too. I like, the RPGs, the platformers, action adventures, what have you.
Oh, I blew his ass up. Platformers, action adventures. See, now I don't have any platformers for the PS4. Rocco's gonna jump on my recommendation here.
You should get Shadow of Mordor.
He should get Shadow of Mordor, Rocco says. I know Eric would back him up on that assessment.
That game is the best.
I
Is that
watched
the,
Eric
the Lord
play
of the Rings
a
game?
little bit of that tonight before I left for the studio. I saw him playing. Yeah, he loves that game, man. Are you a Lord of the Rings fan at all?
I've never enjoyed this thing. Like, I've never even like checked out a bit of it.
Yeah, I mean he isn't either, but he did really enjoy this game. If you're
it
if
doesn't
you're
matter.
a Lord of the Rings fan though, that game is that adds a 5th star to it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a great game even if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan. I'm just gonna think. I agree, Rocco. That's a great recommendation. Even though like I'm not gonna play that game, I can see how good it is. It's not for me. With everything else that's out right now, I have to play. God, you're all shootered out. The only thing I really play on PS4 has been Remake lately and Final Fantasy and trying to get back into Destiny.
You said a Final Fantasy remake?
What's that?
You said a Final Fantasy remake?
No, Final Fantasy 14, that online
how is that?
A Realm Reborn. I love it, man, but it's the first MMORPG I've ever played, really. I tried to get into 11 and I just couldn't back on PS2. But that game, Final Fantasy 14, I've gone into, praise ad nauseum on that game. But
isn't it like a remake of 11?
It's a remake of the first version of it. So Final Fantasy 14 came out and it had a lot of problems. So they ended the whole game and created this whole story-like scenario that the world was ending. And then it came back as Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn. And it had all these improvements. It kind of played on the story of the first universe kind of coming to this cataclysmic end. And I thought that was really cool the way they did that.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah. For continuity and stuff, it reminded me of like how the Matrix... What was that Matrix MMORPG? Reloaded? Or no? What was that called, Rocco?
Matrix Online.
Matrix Online? That was the name? It's a simple name. But that had a whole storyline that was being written by the Wachowskis, and like it just... not that it came back, but it just reminded me of having an interactive kind of meta story going on in the real world where the game actually did get wiped and the whole universe is really gone, and it's just cool. But I don't know if I would recommend that to you. That's if you're a Final Fantasy fan, I would. But yeah, man, I have a fucking blast with that. Problem that I have with it is, and it's a problem with all MMOs I have, is I hate paying a fucking subscription fee for a goddamn game.
You had to pay a subscription fee for it?
Oh yeah, it's $12 a month or 14 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Never heard of that on a console.
Always MMOs, man. Final Fantasy 11 did it too.
Shit.
Yeah. That's how I gotta keep them servers up. This is ridiculous, man. I'm shooting him in the face. He's not fucking... There's no way to dodge that. Shit. I'm dead.
Gentlemen, girls.
I changed the goddamn... See, here's the thing. I changed the pack, and now I'm not loaded in and ready to go where I should be. Where I should be... Oh, dude. It wiped by changing sample packs. See, guys, we're learning. By changing sample packs, I lost my Sia. God damn it. DJ. What am I gonna do, Brian?
You're gonna find something. The gunshot's kind of working for you.
I'll put this fucking light gun to my head and pop. You are dead, son. Continue. Yes. Well, I hope Shadow of Mordor was enough, because I honestly, the only ones I would recommend Remake, the download for PS4. I've been having the most fun with that. But if you like that old Resident Evil game, that right there is pretty awesome. I'm gonna go with that. Final answer. I don't know if you were a fan of the Resident Evil games. If you played the original one on PlayStation back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Well then, man, I don't know. I would check out. Did you play the GameCube remake?
I didn't play the GameCube remake.
See, man, then you should get. I'm gonna say. I second Rocco's Shadow Mordor nomination for PS4 games, because it's definitely, that's a new PS4 game. But sadly, I'm having the most fun on my PS4 right now with a fucking GameCube game. So Resident Evil remake, remastered HD Umbrella Edition, whatever the fuck it's called. It's $19. It's on the PS4 store. It's a download. That's my pick, man. I've been having the most fun with that game. I squeezed the trigger. Come on.
Shit, I appreciate it, man.
Well, hell yeah. Thanks for calling in, Brian.
No problem, man. I'm loving the show. You got a new, constant viewer.
Hell yeah. We're here for you every Wednesday at 7.
I'm gonna be in the chat. Look out for me.
Dude, thank you. Thank you. All right. We'll see you later.
Yeah,
We
nice
sure do
having
love you. We'll talk to you soon. Boom. All right.